Welcome to the BS Report. Today we're going to be talking about symbols, and more specifically, symbols of hate. Symbols in our world are everywhere we look. From the simple ones like a stop sign or a merge sign when we're driving, to signs how to order food like at a new pop-up trendy restaurant. Signs and symbols are just about everywhere we look. Some symbols inspire hope and strength. And instead of my putting something up in the little square next to me, um, imagine yourself for a moment. What represents to you hope? What symbol is meaningful to you? That is what goes in this space. Um, at some point, I'd like to create an image that is represented by this channel. I just don't know exactly what that would look like right now. So when somebody sees that symbol without knowing anything about the channel, they know that they have a sense of hope because somebody is listening. Other symbols in our society, unfortunately, do the opposite. In Idaho, we of course also have our symbols. We have our state flag. We have the blue field of Boise State. We have some great things. Even the outline of the state itself is excellent. And everybody remembers the saying, Idaho is too great to hate. Well, there was even a proposal at one time to make that into a license plate. A proposal which was, in this great state, deemed to be what exactly? Too positive? Anyway, this symbol, this license plate, was rejected. But guess what new plate did pass? Bill 1317, sponsored by Tammy Nichols, did pass. A plate which has the saying, don't tread on me, right? So, as you know, we have all these different symbols. So we have currently in Idaho a very active religious right which is working against the very human rights of Idahoans. Idaho was once known for protecting and being inclusive of their citizens. But in the past few years, we have seen a rather alarming shift. Hate crimes are becoming more prevalent. Women's rights and their rights to autonomy are being challenged, or in some cases actually removed. With these increases of crimes, Idahoans have also seen a rise of what can only be said to be described as apologists. Governor Brad Little, he is one of those apologists. He could have vetoed that Don't Tread on Me license plate, but he did not. He sat silently by while the racists are now in the Idaho Capitol because, he wants to be elected again. The governor did speak out against the incident in Coeur d'Alene. Kudos. But then he doesn't veto the very thing that also came out of there. Sorry, Governor. You don't get it both ways. You can't say there are some very fine people up there when they are in fact racist as heck. So here are some other symbols to look at. The Appeal to Heaven flag that our current leader of the House has, that he's saying it has a very rich history. Well, the Don't Tread on Me flag did too. Oh, and I also have this tie. It's a great tie, but it's a tie I cannot wear anymore because it's been co-opted by the extremists in the nation. The far right, hard right, extremist Republicans, and in this case, if you missed it before, the R now stands for racist for Republicans. This includes Speaker Johnson. These groups have co-opted these flags for the Stop the Steal movement. It's a movement that every attorney who has entered court on their behalf has now left, disbarred, sanctioned, imprisoned for false statements. And some of those statements are some of the most unhinged things that have ever been submitted or said in our legal courts. So either do your own research or take a trust me bro type thing. Because, come on. So another symbol which is co-opted by the far right and the hate groups is the swastika symbol. Prior to Hitler coming into power, this was a positive symbol. And read what it says on this card. Shields its possessor from harm, may it bring you good wishes, and if one had the power, that all that lives hold dear would bring to you every day, an hour. Those are pretty powerful words. That message is from a postcard company from the year 1910. And yes, you can look that up too. That symbol was widely used and was often seen more than 100 years ago, quite simply as a good luck charm. But no longer. It is a symbol of hate, white power, and of course the Republicans, due to their silence on issues of race and hate, including those who marched in support of Donald Trump while brandishing this symbol, the swastika, in case you weren't getting where I was going. Has there been one single Republican who's come out against this? One? Not one. So, this is a message to the true Republicans of the state of Idaho, not the rhino ones, the ones who Trump has cowered into his camp. You have an extremely strong voice here in Idaho. Send a message that you refuse, and do not just refuse the messages of hate and racism from your party currently being led by Donald Trump, but that you are steadfast in your support of democracy and vote straight blue. I know that's going to be hard. Idaho is a red state and has voted as well for so many years. This would be a very strong message against hate. This would be a strong message for the support of our democracy. Or maybe you missed it. The part where Donald Trump said, hey, if you vote this year, you will never have to vote again. Talk about horrifying. What horrors will America endure if he strips the very right of what it means to be an American? I almost want to stop here. I really do. I wish I could. There is one more which has stood out quite strongly as of recently, and that would be this symbol. Yeah, that's right. Tesla. Yes, Elon Musk, that guy, who, by the way, runs how many companies remotely? Yeah, the same guy who forced all his staff back into the offices because he hates remote work, and then flies around and is probably one of the country's worst polluters based simply on his air miles. Yeah, that guy. So, as we know, Elon Musk published X a few years ago. Talking about symbols, this one was one of hope and change. This one, not so much. And in the ensuing years, Elon Musk has turned it essentially into Parler Plus. Yeah, exactly. So if you don't know what that is, and I'm sorry I keep saying this, do some research. Elon Musk recently hit the likes so that all the racists on the platform can monetize further their hate and misinformation to such a high degree that we've never seen anything like it before. This is a definite threat, this type of hate and misinformation. He has removed all transparency so nobody can track just what is going on. Oh, and he pays, of course, those creators, we'll call them loosely. He pays them quite well. And, of course, he retweets them or whatever X is called, re-X's their hateful messages. So I believe all government entities at this point in time, and I'm making a call for this in my little channel, all government entities should no longer be on X. Do not support a platform that actively supports hate, racism, and misinformation, and pays handsomely for it. There's no reason. It's really sad when we have hopeful messages coming out from the president, from people who are trying to inspire change, is on a platform that is literally laughing at you and saying you're wrong and what you're doing is messed up. Sorry, got a little off topic there. Back to Tesla. So there was a time when Tesla represented the future and forward thinking. Not anymore. Tesla is the embodiment of what and who Elon Musk is. And he has shown very clearly who he is. Elon Musk has come out not just as an election denier, he has come out as a racist, he has come out as an adulterer, he has come out as a denier of basic human rights. And even more so, Elon Musk is laughing about it. He is laughing because he can. These are all the symbols of hate, and there are so many more. This is the BS report. Please like, share, and subscribe.